The White City is under siege, and the men of Rohan, allied with the dwarves, must hold back the filth from the east. Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish, and welcome back to another online battle. Today we are back with more Rise of Mordor, using a cool, awesome custom map, along with the Rise of Mordor Rohan submod, which should hopefully make a really awesome engagement. As I said, I really do dig this battle. It is so awesome the way the map is designed. I love that the map modder has actually gone to the trouble of actually making this look like a proper castle that would actually need food and grain and other farms around in the outer areas to actually go ahead and survive. And that's why, you know, I'm giving him massive props for like these farms and grain storages outside the city, because not a lot of modders do this. A lot of modders just focus on making a cool looking city, and realistically, you know, this makes it a believable city. You know, a lot of grain was stored outside the city and brought back in for the siege. I know it is a really sad thing to say, but that's the type of thing I look for in these battles. It really is. But yeah, this should be a very exciting battle. I think we have 6,500 attackers going up against 4,500 defenders in the city. I believe also the attackers have a large artillery quadrant along with some sappers as well. They're going to be using to blow up the walls. I'm really looking forward to see what these guys can do, because in the last battle that actually ended up desinking, it wasn't that great. We're actually already going to get a unit of Rohan coming out of the city, looking to harass some of the Urukai, which is going to be a nice little charge off there. Doesn't look like much is coming in the way to stop these guys either, so I feel like the Rohan could do a lot of damage out in the open field, and that's really what they're designed here to do. So we'll quickly run through, whilst a few like minor engagements are going on, we'll run through kind of how the defense is set up. So Rohan have some horse archers and some heavy cavalry over on that right hand side, looking to obviously use this open field to harass the enemy. The dwarves have a ton of crossbowmen spread throughout the entire city with some spearmen. The dwarves are going to defend this kind of lower area of the battle map. You know, in the ruined city, we have a lot of dwarven spearmen, crossbowmen, and also axemen throughout this position. But yeah, I can't believe how many crossbows the dwarves have. Like, this is teetering on the edge of being way too much. It's actually not teetering on the edge. This is way too many crossbows for the dwarves, like way too many. I hope that doesn't affect the battle negatively, but yeah, having like 6 crossbows, you know, when you're 2v1ing, 2 defenders, 1 attacker, you should have like a max of like, you know, 6-7 missiles in total. Then we have the men of Rohan, who are going to be defending the kind of main part of the city. These guys have taken up the arms of the Gondorians, who have apparently left. There's actually a few more cool Rohirrim units as well being added to the Rohan submod. We have these awesome looking kind of like peasant men, the mustard spearmen. I imagine these are kind of the guys in Helm's Deep who have just been given a weapon and some armor and told to throw themselves into battle. We have some of the bowmen back here, along with more of these mustard spears. That's really cool. Yeah, and a lot of bowmen, and then you have these royal guard as well. So yeah, it's great to see some kind of more lightly armored Rohirrim units again. You know, the more work the modder puts in, the better it will be. What happened to that cavalry? What happened to the Rohan cavalry? Did it all die? No, it's back here harassing the artillery, which is, you know, oh my god, we're actually going to get a charge off on this. Oh my god, this is not good. This needs to be dealt with soon, because the artillery is kind of like the standard point of this entire army. Just get your crossbows and shoot them, and that would, you know, take them out kind of nicely. As you can see, the battering ram has made its way to the gatehouse itself. Also, this battle is quite long, so if there are any stagnant parts in the battle, I will just skip through them and bring you guys just the most exciting bits. But I'm sure this battle will be very exciting. The gate has been smashed down, which is a shame, because I really feel like gates should be a lot stronger than they are. Maybe it's just the heavy battering rams, which make the gates go down really quickly. But I wish there was more of like a focus on the gates themselves, really kind of keeping them, you know, sturdy. You know, they're a gate after all. They're supposed to keep the enemy out, not just smash open in 2 seconds. I love the Gondorian destruction animation, though. Like, that looks really cool. You know, with the wood all scattered off in different directions. It's like the models, the Gondorian models for Rise of Mordor are absolutely amazing. They really are. I think they were mainly made by Jox, one of the modders who isn't really on it anymore, and he did such a good job at working on them. And obviously anyone else who helped out also did a great job. So we actually have some of the Easterlings as well pushing this bridge area. But as I said, there's just so many crossbows. I just can't see this attack working, really. I mean, they have a lot of missiles themselves, but I don't know. I just feel like there's way too many missiles on this side. But who knows? Maybe it's all balanced out. And we'll find out. I mean, a lot of, you know, crossbows are actually hitting the dwarves from the back as well. As you have spearmen trying to keep this bridge at bay as long as possible. And we also have a battering ram, the siege towers, sorry, making their way over to the gate. And they're actually going to be engaging against some Rohirrim archers. That's going to be pretty bad for the defenders right now, getting these guys. But I guess there's nowhere really for them to go. As I don't think they can go down there, yeah. No, or maybe they can. Maybe they can get around here and down. Because, yeah, these are actually the entrances as well. As I said, it's just such well done. Like, the soldiers actually kind of, like, glide/run up these. It's really, really well done. Like, the modder did an amazing job with them staircases. I can't imagine these muster spearmen are very good. You know, they do have the gear, but they don't really have the training or quality. So, yeah, I imagine the Uruk-hai are going to rip through them. Take them a little while, and as long as they hold them in place, that's the main thing. We do actually have the archers back here, which is really, really cool. Yeah, you actually have the archers with a nice little crossfire right there over to the inner wall. I mean, that looks amazing, right? That looks so cool, having the archers just, like, volley in, support the men there, kind of just helping out as the battle for the gate occurs as well. Archers just taking pot shots as they shoot, you know, kind of pop out of cover. Holy shit! Wow, the gatehouse goes down and kills so many men. That is not good, and the Rohirrim are going to be retreating back with all might as fast as they can. That pretty killed so many dudes over here as well. This is one of the stupid things about Attila Total War, that when the gates and towers are captured, they get destroyed. It literally makes no sense, and I think it makes these entrances unusable. Whereas I think maybe not in the modded version. I think they can still maybe use these staircases because they're indestructible and they're not actually tied to the towers, which is a nice move. Yeah, they're not actually tied to the towers. I mean, look how cool that is. We take it for granted in these Attila sieges because, you know, most of the time the soldiers just teleport down, right? But look how cool this is. I mean, it looks a bit, you know, junky here and there, but for the modders to do this, like, that's really fucking cool. We take stuff like that for granted. And it looks like the men of Rohan are in full retreat right now as the Uruk-hai just pour onto the walls in full might, cheering and doing a ferocious war cry. Yeah, the men of Rohan are in full retreat right now, which is not too good at all. The sappers are still all the way back here. I wonder why they're sitting back. You know, it's going to take them a while to move up. It does look like finally the Rohirrim did get taken care of. I think the Rohirrim, maybe not. No, okay, they didn't. Cool. So, yeah, we do still have all the artillery left, which is nice. A lot of the Uruk-hai moving up as well. Over on the other side again, they're still struggling to break through this. More infantry being committed, but we're not really losing too much infantry. I don't think there's a few dead bodies here and there. But they're doing okay. I know, yeah, I guess they've lost a decent amount, almost a unit and a half. Or a unit in total. Yeah, I mean, really, all the archers should be doing is trying to kill these guys because they've got a lot of crossbows to deal with, and it seems like the crossbows are going to be focusing down the archers very quickly. Yeah, I mean, one of the strengths of the archers is obviously the range, and that's going to be nullified right now. And the dwarven crossbows are probably going to rip them apart. That's a good volley, though, to start off with, and if they can keep the enemy at range, they'll probably do very, very well. Back to the main engagement, though, we have a lot of infantry now just breaking forward. It looks like the first inner wall has now been lost, and the second one is going to be coming down. Now, something I really hope we see in this battle, and I'm not sure if we're going to, is I really want the artillery to be used on these walls now. This map is kind of very, very choke pointy, right? There's not really a lot of room to maneuver, so I really hope we get the artillery pushed up right now, and they use them to smash through these walls to basically make it so that this isn't the only choke point. As again, they charge in against the muster spearmen, sorry. Talking of which, do you guys like mustard? I've never really been a fan. Like, it's kind of like a weird taste to me. Like, I kind of feel like I don't like it, but I will eat it. Like, I will have it on like a hot dog or something. And I don't necessarily enjoy the taste of mustard, but like, it's kind of got that like weird like, oh yeah, I kind of feel like some mustard, but I don't really enjoy it. I don't know. Are you guys the same? But anyway, back to the battle at hand. You know, the men of Rohan fight for their lives. The Uruk-hai are getting pinned down by a lot of missile fire right now. You can see the rear guard that ran away from the walls are now just getting peppered by all this archer fire. Now, they could make their way back up onto this wall. I mean, you've got some infantry up here as well. We could definitely reinforce this area. And I think we're finally starting to see the artillery is being brought forward, so I really hope they try and focus down some of this wall. You know, you can smash through this wall as well. So I think that's like basically what this fortress was designed in mind of. Was basically to, you know, these choke points that you basically then destroy the walls to make other choke points and then break forward. Yeah, I don't know why these archers are standing here. This doesn't seem very good, right? They're basically standing in range of crossbows. And if we take a look at the kills, like, so do we have a range on these guys? Oh, wow. And until you don't even have a range. That's really bad. That's really bad. You do have a bottom. Okay, yeah. So, sorry. Yeah, these archers have an extra bit of range. So, they should just be stepping back 25 meters and shooting, really. Because you can see the crossbows are demolishing them at close range. And this is going to be a really, really, you know, unfortunate circumstance. The archers aren't really being used to their capability. And it's going to give the dwarfs, you know, even more missile superiority. Because they have brought so goddamn many crossbows to this battle. So many. What the attackers really need to do as well is get these crossbows on the wall as well. Bring this infantry off the walls and bring up more crossbows. Because also as well, their infantry is getting hammered on the walls really, really effectively. More infantry, though, being committed to this cluster. And it doesn't look like the men of Rohan are running out of ammunition on their bowmen. That's going to be pretty big, honestly. When they run out of ammunition, it's going to be more of a slogfest. And I think the superior Uruk-hai will make their way through the fortress bit by bit. Because I imagine the Uruk-hai are just superior to the men of Rohan. Maybe not necessarily like these Axgar back here. Because I know the sons of Edoros are really good back here. Yeah, these guys are extremely like Royal Guard Huskell type of units. But, you know, the muster spears and stuff like that probably are going to get cut to pieces. And, yeah, I really, really hope they do add in more and more... yeah, I really hope they add in more and more, like, kind of peasant units. I think that'd really, really fit the style of Rohan. And maybe make the elite swordsman really expensive. So here we go. The artillery is coming in. And are they focusing down this? No, they're focusing down the towers. I guess that's not a bad idea either. They could probably even take these towers by just committing more infantry here. I really feel like making a breach point here would just be amazing. I guess there are a lot of towers around. But again, you've got to remember this as well. The defenders are having less morale because of the settlement is like under siege. Also, it's really risky to destroy your own buildings as well. I mean, I guess the artillery is taking down these towers kind of quickly. So maybe they can just quickly whip that out with all their ammunition. And bring up the rest of them as well. I want to see these sappers used as well. I really, really do. Just like to blow apart the wall. The city as well. The White City is burning. Not quite burning, but yeah, it's definitely being overwhelmed. It just looks so cool. Like, I mean, just look at that. This is such an amazing city with the siege towers there as well. Empty, the map maker here, has just done such a great job at kind of creating an epic fortress. And maybe a few of the shots will go rogue. Yeah, some of the shots are going rogue and hitting this, which is kind of nice. Is that going to kill any of the own? I feel like I killed a couple Uruk-hai, nothing too crazy. As I said, I really hope this part of the wall does go down, because it just, you know, you can look, this is an entire choke point. If you smash this down, get this infantry in, and then you just go around here, you take these towers as well, it's like the best way to assault the fortress, I think. So I'm really hoping that's what we're going to get to see after these initial towers do go down. Another couple shots going in. Shouldn't take too long to take them down. And you still got plenty of ammunition left with the rest of your artillery. Because realistically, all you need to do is break through this, and then you'd easily be able to move up and get into the city. Yeah, I think this right-hand side assault is just going to fail. Like, I feel like the Rohan assault will probably work. But there's no way this minor force is breaking through this at all. I just don't see that happening. But maybe I'm underestimating the attackers. I feel like this is going to go well for them, though. Oh, that shot actually always hit as well. Did I kill anyone? Oh, I did. I killed a bunch of these men of Rohan. Wow, yeah, they're getting the hell out of there. And it seems like the men of Rohan are retreating back some more. Another artillery shell going in. Oh, I killed so many Uruk-hai. Oh, my God. I killed so many of them. That's a bit... I guess maybe should have actually come in beforehand. Like, that bombardment maybe should have happened whilst this wall assault was going on. It's kind of brutal. Are we going to be getting more of a wall being destroyed now? No, probably more towers maybe. Or killing the axemen, yeah. I think they're just going to try and kill as many of these dudes as possible. As you can see, you know, numbers-wise, the attackers are doing a great job. However, defenders haven't lost many. They've lost about 1,000. I guess it's about 1,000 on either side. Just over 1,000 for the attackers, just under 1,000 for the defenders. So, I guess it's anyone's game right now. And I guess if they could make progress here and come round and envelop the dwarfs, then they could close them off. As I said, though, there's just so many crossbows and horse archers here. Oh, yeah, we get to see the Rohan horse archers as well here, fighting off. They look really, really nice. Like, I feel like as a sub-mod where I assume a modder has just used Attila assets to create these guys, or maybe he's created his own assets, I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comments if you know. But, like, he's done an amazing job at creating Rohan. Like, a really, really solid job. And if he hasn't already, he should definitely talk to the modders about creating stuff and being part of a team, because I'm sure they're always looking for talented people like that to be a part. The artillery rounds are still coming in. And, yeah, it does seem like they're just trying to whittle down the infantry as much as they can. Granted, they haven't really killed much back here after the amount of artillery going in. I guess they're trying to destroy this fort tower, maybe. And I wonder if it's... Yeah, that's probably what they're focusing on. It's just all the towers. And the rest of the artillery is up here as well very, very soon. Is this going to do it? It does. Take it down. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's always a little bit of clipping there. Unfortunate right there. I guess this is like kind of a separate model to the tower, just to make it look cool. That's funny. The Urukai are definitely making progress on this side of the battle, though. They're really making their way through. No, we're seeing another tower go down now as well, yeah. So it's just focusing on all the towers, which is not a bad idea in all honesty. Towers can take up, like, kill so many units in this, so... It does seem like Rohan are in full-on retreat from this second layer, though. I just hope the attackers have enough men to keep on reinforcing this, because... Yeah, Rohan are grinding them down. Luckily, Rohan don't have any archers left, so it's going to be a full-on melee engagement here. But I mean, the dwarves could literally dispatch like 5 of their crossbows and still have plenty on their side. Just can't believe how many crossbows they have. Oh yeah, guys, I'm also using a new render setting as well. I'm rendering in 1440p. So let me know if that looks better. Let me know if you think I should keep on doing it, because it does take a little bit longer to upload and render and stuff. But if the quality is there, let me know, and I'll be happy to keep on rendering in that quality. You know, if it makes my videos look better, then you know, I'm definitely up for the extra time for that. So if we take a look at kind of what's left for the attackers, they still got plenty of infantry left. What's this, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? They got a lot of infantry on this side. Oh, it does also look like they finally managed to grind away on the dwarfs now. Over on this side. So yeah, maybe I was giving them a lot enough credit on this side, but yeah, I just imagine... Yeah, the dwarves did kind of retreat back their crossbows and stuff. I just imagine, like, if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crossbows, 7, 8 crossbows all shooting here, like, surely they're just going to demolish these guys. They also have to be extremely careful about the cavalry here. And this artillery piece probably should be starting to, like, hit away at these dense formations before they even get across, because it's going to be really hard to defend this artillery piece from all this cavalry. As the horse archers, again, the men of Rohan... just harassing away on the movement. And we've obviously also got that unit of heavy cavalry back there as well. Just take a look at it. The Royal Erebor Shock Cavalry. Yes, that's scary stuff. I would not want to fight them, that is for sure. This battle has been really, really good so far, so I want to give a massive thank you to the guys who played it as well. You know, more Rise of Mordor battles, please keep them my way. Especially these custom map battles. Custom map battles are amazing. And guys, as well, if you're watching this, make sure, don't just feel like you have to only use the Rise of Mordor custom maps. There's a bunch of other really cool custom maps that you can create scenarios around. So yeah, keep them coming. It really is amazing when I get replays sent in to me on my Discord. So again, if you guys want to be a part of these battles, join the Discord. If you guys have your own little group of friends where you play battles, send me the replay and you could be on the channel as well. I'm always looking for replays. You know, I have a big list on my channel of just replays I'm slowly getting through. And it's just so awesome to see them, especially Rise of Mordor. I don't get enough Rise of Mordor on the channel, honestly. You know, I can always do for more, and I feel like these custom map battles just make the battles interesting, because obviously there's not that many factions in Rise of Mordor. You know, it's a big mod, good quality work. The new team's just taken over as well, and they're working extremely hard on updates and custom maps and stuff, so things take time to really flesh out rosters, but you know, they're making extremely great progress, and as I said, I hope they really start to put the work on. You can see a ferocious fight there. The sappers being brought up at all? Yeah, the sappers are finally being brought up. I'm interested to see what these guys do. Where have they gone? Are they going to go over to this side? I don't know if this is going to be successful, because surely this is going to be shot by all these crossbows. I feel like then maybe it would have been better just to like blow a hole in one of these walls. I'm also saddened to see a hole in any of these walls, but it doesn't seem like it's hurt the enemy too much. Also, what would have been really cool to see, actually, which I don't know if it's possible, is to blow a hole in one of these walls and then bring up siege towers to get up here, because obviously you can't get the siege towers through the gatehouse itself, but I wonder if it would be possible to blow a hole with artillery through one of these walls, and then, oh, that tower's going down as well. Oh, that was a good hit there. I did like so much damage there. And then bring a siege tower through to then launch onto here. I think that could have been interesting, or maybe even over here as well. If you could get a ladder up here, you could basically dominate this entire wall section, and then you get your crossbows shooting down. That's also one of the things the Uruk-hai haven't used yet over here. They have a lot of crossbows over on this left-hand side that they haven't used. So if they can get them on the walls to shoot down, this battle is literally anyone's engagement. It really, really is. And as I said, the timer is really long. We'll cut out any boring bits when it gets a little bit stagnant. But there's definitely a great possibility that the attackers are nowhere near done. Like, I've been kind of taking quite negative on this section, but, you know, I could be completely wrong on this engagement. You know, the amount of dwarven crossbows could come back to hurt them, because if there's any breaches in the line, then the crossbows have to go into melee and get killed. So, you know, all of my somewhat complaining, it's not really a complaint. If it sounds like it, I don't mean it. It's just like, this is a lot of crossbows to bring to a siege battle when you're defending. That could come back and hurt them, honestly. So who knows how that will affect it. It does seem like more infantry is being brought over to this right-hand side. I think they've realized that, yeah, it's going to be hard to cut through this, whereas they're kind of making good progress on this left-hand side. So, yeah, pushing up. They've still got, you know, an entire artillery piece left remaining. Right now, I would 100% destroy this wall. It's already 20% down. Like, just destroy. I don't know if they may know they can or not. But I feel like destroying this wall would just be perfect. Because imagine coming through on this breach point. You basically end up surrounding the Rohirrim. I know I've been ramping on about it as well. I think towers are just more... of a focus, which is totally understandable for the artillery. The towers can do serious damage if left unchecked. This infantry is exhausted as well, so I hope to see the attackers kind of resting some infantry before charging in, you know, and just pushing in more fresh infantry. Because obviously the men of Rohan have been waiting eagerly for this battle to commence, and the Uruk-hai have been fighting, you know, tooth and nail. I'm also wouldn't be surprised if we got some more archers in, crossbows. Get crossbows on the walls now. Start hitting down. Like a crossbow up here would just be amazing at killing anything in this kind of cross zone right now. They only have one piece of artillery on this left-hand side. And also, you know, in all props as well, I need to give props to the attacker, because it's only one attacker, and he's having to micro both sides of this battle. So, you know, he might not be able to as effectively attack as the defenders. Normally, it's better to kind of flip that around and have two attackers and one defender. I kind of feel like that does work better most of the time. But they did this, I think, in the last battle as well, which was really awesome as well. So I think maybe these are the same guys who did the Seven Kingdoms battle, the 2v1 there. I mean, again, that was really cool as well. So, you know, keep the replays coming for sure. But yeah, more obviously being brought up. The horse archers. I feel like this unit is just going to get demolished by the crossbows right there. Oh man, yeah, I mean, we're getting archer fire right now. They're so fit. I mean, they are in shield walls, so they do take crossbow fire quite nicely, honestly. They do take it pretty awesomely. I mean, here we go. The last little stand here by Rohan. Rohan's pulling back, though. And honestly, if they can get, like, something in the wall, like, they could easily get crossbows up here. I don't know where the entrance is up here. If they can get in through here, maybe, or if it's just up here, maybe they can't get up here anymore because of the destruction of the tower. But if they can get crossbows up here, or even just like archers or whatever, they will just demolish this entire section. I think that's kind of like the key to the fortress right there. Crossbows here cover this entire part. You can take the city centre and win the day. Well, it's actually in the city centre as well. The unit of Sons of Spear Guards of Erebor right there, and then basically both the generals. Oh, that's a bit haunting right there. Just a mass graveyard. Ooh, that's not too good. I'm really excited to see what MT makes next. I hope he's making more maps as well, because, you know, these maps are just so awesome. You know, I think this is probably my favourite Attila map out there, honestly, because it is choke pointy. However, there are plenty of ways around it. You know, there are destroyable walls where the attackers can break forward, and you know, they can bring up more siege more siege towers. I also love the way as well how there's so many. You know, there's so many kind of opportunity, so many walls, so many layered walls. It's something in Warhammer which I hate, and one of the reasons I think I kind of got a bit sick of Warhammer. It's just besiegers in it are just so like brain dead. They really are. I don't think anyone has ever said that they enjoy a siege in Warhammer, but obviously besides custom maps are cool. But then again, the game's not really designed for that. Whereas Attila, you know, they do still only have like one wall, but you know, this kind of just really, really works in Attila, I feel. Again, you just see the White City looking very cool. I think MT again has just made a great craft, you know, like this city was kind of like here ages ago. This used to be like an outpost of the Gondorians, and then Gondor kind of reclaimed this, rebuilt this fortress for the strategic dock or something. It's kind of cool, like nice waterfall as well. Waterfall does look a little bit goofy, but I like it, you know. It looks like something in a fantasy universe, you know, that you would see. You know, in Aragon in the Fellowship when they go past the massive statues of the kings of old. You know, it kind of looks something cool, you know, there. I think it also has a really bad sound glitch. It doesn't, maybe they got rid of it. Oh, it was also kind of cool to see these mountains in the distance as well. You know, small details like that just add flavor to the battle for sure. How is this assault going now? Are they engaged yet, or are they still just... No, they're still just fighting. Oh, a nice little assault right here. Came in by the cavalry. And it looks like it's going to be killed by the men of Isengard, or the Uruks of Isengard. They might have managed to take out a catapult or two. Don't know, there might be just enough crew to man all 4 artillery pieces. We'll have to find out. Yeah, we do also have some more infantry here as well, fighting against the Spear Guard of Erebor. Again, it's going to be no easy task to break through these guys. Luckily, though, we do have some of the, some basically good armor-piercing infantry. These guys aren't really equipped with swords, they're mainly equipped with axes and maces, so much better at killing your armored units like the dwarfs. Oh, some crossbows got a little bit out. Oh, horse archers charging in as well, trying to kill more missiles. But yeah, all the archer fires to focus down these horses. And once the horse threat is dealt with, I think they'll be in a much better situation. Don't really know what these crossbows are doing. Maybe the crossbows have been ordered. Have they? Maybe the crossbows have been ordered to kill the sappers. I also wonder what the sappers are planning over here. Probably just to charge in and kill, like... What would be amazing for the sappers, actually, is to come around here and charge into this bulk right there. You could kill, like, all this infantry in, like, one blow. Oh, we're going to have to keep an eye on them sappers moving up. Because apparently in the last battle that unfortunately desynced, the sappers blew a huge part of the wall up. Would have been amazing to see. Yeah, the Uruks are using their numbers to break through here. Very, very nicely. That's, yeah, that's good by them. I was kind of a little bit worried that the attackers would just dwindle out. But it's a nice mix here, because Rohan, I feel like, aren't ridiculously strong with their heavy infantry. So even though they're grinding down the Uruks just kind of have the quality in most of their infantry. Besides, like, the elite units for Rohan. Because normally what happens is, like, the Uruks attack and you just have, like, you know, like the strongest Gondorian infantry standing in the shield wall, and it kind of just repels them constantly. But it's good to see the Uruks making their way forward. And as I said, they also still have this artillery crew, all these crossbows left. That's going to be very valuable indeed. And I haven't had, you know, we've been playing this battle for 30 minutes? So yeah, almost 30 minutes. And yeah, I haven't had a need to really cut out anything because the battle has just been really exciting the whole way through. So massive props to the guys playing. Something I would love to see as well, and if the guys who play this battle want to play another battle, is I'd love to see the Battle of the Five Armies map, but just the defensive Dale. So you completely ignore Erebor and everything else in that open field, and just siege the city of Dale. I think that'd be a really, really cool battle. You know, just almost, yeah, just pretend like it's just the battle map of Dale and attack. I think that'd be a really, really cool battle for sure. And a great, you know, scenario as well, the Siege of Dale. Because scenarios are always so awesome. So yeah, if you guys have any cool like reinforcement scenarios as well, send them my way. And I'm sure if you guys have any ideas for cool scenarios as well, put them down in the comments. I'm sure they'll see them. But yeah, look at that. The Berserkers now charging in against the Spear Guard. And as I said, this will be a good engagement for the Berserkers. However, they are going to be focused down by the crossbows. And that's going to probably mince them down. Legolas! Take them down, Legolas! With arrows in the shoulder. These Berserkers can take a lot of arrows, because what, you know, in the Helm's Deep, at least, in the movie, Legolas hit, like, I think, what, 3 vital points, you know? Should have basically rendered anyone else, like, their arms useless. But the Berserker does not feel pain. And the archers are being brought up. We're going to have to keep an eye on these sappers. Like, if these sappers are used correctly, they could just blow anything up. I'm just really curious to see what they're going to do. We're actually getting a nice little outflank here by the dwarves. The spear guards Verebor. You're going to dispatch themselves around and charge in against the Uruks. Ooh, a crossbow fire. Look at that crossbow fire. Ooh. Demolishing them. Are these guys going to fall back, actually? No, they're just going to reform up here. Okay, that's interesting. A lot of archer fire is going to be focused. And also the artillery as well. Going to come in. Unfortunately missing. Oh, that's some good hits. Oh, the city actually sets ablaze quite quickly as well. The stonework has obviously been doused in flames or something. And the crossbow fire as well. Archer fire even by Rune. What are these guys doing? I'm really curious. I know that we'll have a quick look over here. Yeah, just still a big assault right there. Nothing too crazy. Artillery being brought up as well. Our main focus right now is solely on these White Hand Sappers. Because they've been brought up. And I just want to know what they'll be capable of doing. Because as I said, they're, at least in the older version of the game, they just blow up everything. As I said, like, I don't know, maybe it'd just be a good idea just to blow up this entire quadrant. Because you kill all 3 of these units. Everything in this kind of area would just die. They're being advanced some more. Yeah, this infantry's being brought back as well. That's funny. Get his pike unit out of here, though. Yeah, here we go. They're going to explode. And look at these guys running away. Yeah, they are running away. No, go kill this. There's so many more. Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go. It's going to go kaboom, boys. It's going to go kaboom. Please explode. Please explode? No, come on, explode. Oh, I've hyped this up too many times. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on this, like, just this part of the battlefield in case they do explode. They are quite finicky. But I really hope they detonate. Because they're so awesome when they do detonate. It literally does so much damage. And I feel really bad because I think in both the battles we've done, I've hyped these guys up so goddamn much. Because it is, when the explosion goes off, it is crazy. I remember playing the movie-size Helm's Deep. And the sappers blew up the wall and literally killed everything in the deeping wall and behind the deeping wall. It was actually insane how much they killed. And I actually ended up not using that battle because it seemed really crazy that the sappers got like 1,000 kills. But whenever I look back on it, I wish I did use that battle because that was so awesome seeing the explosion go off and just kill so many dudes and then the Uruk-hai pour into the city. Like, it kind of fitted the theme of the battle, and I didn't use it because it was like, oh, this kind of is a bit stupid. But looking back on it, it actually was really good. Are they shooting? They're firing. It says they're firing. Explode! Come on, no! Ah, so sad, so sad. Oh yeah, no. Oh, what is that? It? Is that it? Oh, I have let you guys down. Yeah. They used to be so much more than that. They used to kill like everything. They must have been nerfed massively. I'm sad. I mean, they do deal some good damage and stuff, and they're probably more used to destroy walls. In all honesty. That's disappointing. In the previous, like the old version of the game, they would literally have killed like all of this in this kind of fight. They're like a fucking tactical nuke, like an AC-130. Oh, that's upset me now. That's made me a sad boy indeed. The only thing you guys can do to make me happy is drop a like on this video and comment down below. I feel like as well, I've like baited you guys so hard. Like, trust me, in the old version of the mob, they used to kill so much. I guess it makes sense that they nerfed them because they were very, very insane. But at the end of the day, you know, gunpowder, it's basically gunpowder magic, right? Like, they've never been seen before. Imagine how different the game would have been if, or the movies and books would have been if Sauron and Saruman managed to develop gunpowder. Just rock up to Minas Tirith with AK-47s. How things could have been different. So it looks like the men of Rohan are committing more men down to this fight, and the Uruk-hai are doing exactly the same. As I said, the Uruk-hai still now committing their kind of last like reserve line, which is cool to see as well that they actually have like reserves and stuff being brought into the city. Yeah, and they also have all these crossbows left with all ammunition left, so the ammunition can really do some damage. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them kind of going into the central part and just hammering away here. And the dwarfs are struggling, surprisingly. I guess they spent so much on these crossbows. And half the crossbows aren't even shooting right now, so I guess they're kind of struggling. A lot of the crossbows over here are fighting as well. So maybe I need to eat my words. In the sense of, like, I was complaining about the crossbows, but maybe it wasn't too bad. I mean, I always like just to see more infantry. That's the type of player I am. I enjoy much more heavy infantry focus. I guess the crossbows are finding it hard to shoot as well. You know, I've seen the damage, you know, missiles can do in these games, so it's just like, I'm always a bit wary of them. Where is that? Who's fleeing? Oh, more of the infantry being routed there by the dwarfs. However, you've got 2 more, you know, quadrants of infantry going up. This one's going to go around and probably kill these crossbows. And it's also great to see there's been no desyncing either, which is awesome. Really, really good to see. There's actually 1 sapper left as well. We're actually getting an archer fight right now as well. The runic archers are charging in against the dwarfs. I thought the dwarf might have the upper hand here, because even dwarven crossbows are pretty good. I would love to see a dwarven pike unit as well, like they had in the old days, of actually having the shield as well. Maybe it could be like an upgraded dwarven pike unit, because I know we have the Vault Wardens, but maybe like an upgraded version of the Vault Wardens could be ones with the dwarven shield. But I think that looked really cool for a unit. And again, the infantry fight is just going on down there as well. It seems like they are breaking forward. So cool. I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit because, yeah, we've been kind of watching the same sort of engagements just much. I mean, there's still a lot going on. I'm going to skip ahead like just a couple minutes, I think, as probably this defense does start to crumble because we're getting infantry coming around the side here. And they're going to kind of envelop, but I imagine it's going to kind of initiate these crossbows as well. So yeah, I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit and bring it back to you guys when, you know, kind of like the final assault does kind of kick off. Okay, guys, so I didn't have to skip ahead too far as this side of the men of Rohan actually did end up breaking and the crossbows being brought in. So it's going to be a deadly fight here by Rohan to really try and protect the back of the dwarfs because, yes, they could be easily overwhelmed very, very quickly, especially with more and more reinforcements turning up. You got them crossbows coming in as well. That's going to make quick work of these shield walls, and kind of I'm a little bit scared for Rohan here. And you know, in fault, the dwarfs are going to get completely surrounded if they're not careful. Especially as well, the artillery's brought up here as well. Imagine like an artillery piece right here can just bombard everything back here. I think the main focus of the oh my god, that kill him? That was like an arrow like under that dude's shield. I think we lost him, but I think it like hit him in the hand or something. I can't see the arrow now. That was an amazing shot. The cavalry is falling back, and yeah, this fight is going to be brutal because I think we have the strongest men of Rohan, as well as that the Urukai are fighting uphill, which is never an easy task. Well, it's very difficult. But it does also give them the crossbows a perfect opportunity to shoot these guys because they don't have to worry about any friendly fire whatsoever, because the friendly fire, you know, they're elevated, so they're like the perfect vision for the crossbows to unload on them. Oh, them volleys as well, brutal. There's so many of them. That does look extremely cool though, as the White City does once again defend itself to the last. It does look awesome. The streets will run red. The blood of man flesh. And how much infantry do they have left? So they still have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of infantry left on this right hand side. So that's pretty decent. Over on the ruined city, the defenders are kind of dying, but as I said, I feel like they just don't have enough. They do actually have committed what? 1 brave man, 2 brave Uruks, who apparently are part of the bigger unit. These guys are late for work. They're like, shit, let's get to work. I wonder if the Uruk boss will see us. Quickly. Dudes, you're late. The battle's already going on. Get over there. What the hell happened there? That's funny. Yeah, like as I said, I feel like this right attack is just going to fail. And we're going to be getting more and more dwarfs being brought over here. Battle does go on for 29 minutes now, so I don't really know how this goes on for that much longer. But obviously there's just a big battle here as the dwarfs probably retreat back and a huge engagement. As I said, I'll skip through any of this because I feel like, you know, up until this point, there's been action the entire way, but now we're probably going to get to this one choke point here for a while. And I'll just cut through this, you know, when it's needed. But I haven't really needed to, which is great. You know, the battle has been extremely exciting. I mean, as I said during the battle as well, if you guys want to see more battles like this, more custom battles, let me know. And also let my Discord know in the comments down below. I'm sure they'll read the replies of this battle. So just, you know, let them know. Let them know what you'd like to see next. If there's any cool custom map battles you want to see. Any cool scenario ideas with like reinforcements or like supply wagons or defend the captain, defend Aragon. They can use the Galadriel Elf sub-mod for characters. Ambushes. You know, forts. There's a lot they can do. So yeah, let them know. And as I said, I really appreciate all the help that they do for the channel by sending in these replays. Just want to preface that. Oh, the siege engineers here by the crossbows from the dwarfs. That's going to be painful. These guys have all ammunition left as well, and they're going to be volleying out, you know, crossbow bolt after crossbow bolt. That's going to be painful for the Uruks. They're going to shoot. This is literally the YouTuber curse right here. Oh, look at the burning tree as well. It's an omen. It's an omen. That's what Pippin saw in the Palantir. But I mean, it's not like their uncrossbows are met. You know, the Uruk crossbows are still shooting as well. Oh, look at that. The beacon has been lit. The beacon is lit. Is that actually a beacon? Oh, actually, have I only just noticed that? I think I have. I think that's been there the entire time. I remember it has. Where was Gondor when the beacon was lit? That's so cool. I'm pretty sure I noticed that in another battle I did on this mod, but that is really, really cool. Really cool. I dig that a lot. And more infantry being brought into the city.
The enemy have rallied their units.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really have so much infantry left, so like it's really up to the Uruks to break through this infantry block, and once they do, it's kind of okay. I mean, the dwarfs have one over here, but not massively. Like, I expected a bigger win over on this side because of the amount of crossbows, but crossbows didn't really play that much of a big issue into this battle, honestly. You know, I thought they'd do more than they have, but maybe this is where they really rack up the kills. Holy crap, guys. We're getting a mass rout right now by the Urukai. They are just all falling. The crossbows are proving far too much of them. There's one poor soldier. Did you just see how many volleys he took? Yeah, I feel sorry for you, Mr. Uruk, man. Oh my god. He just took a volley from, like, all these dudes. But yeah, a mass retreat right there. The Uruks are being thrown back in, but they just lost, like, 5 units there. And I think it's all down to these crossbows and archers really showing their superiority. There is also still one sapper just... Am I supposed to blow myself up yet? Just waiting, you know, for the chance. Balance power-wise is still really even as well. The attackers still have more men. The defenders, you know, there's the same kind of difference. The defenders definitely close the gap, but not massively. And the Uruks are just being pushed back once again. I'm sure they're about to commit their last kind of assault for this battle, and we'll see how that one does play out again. I'll skip ahead until the final next big assault does kick off, because I imagine we'll probably see a bit of missile fire. And also, it's not like the men of Rohan don't really have a lot of infantry left. They still have a kind of a tight shield wall here, but nothing too crazy. A couple more crossbow bolts routing these guys with a morale debuff as well. Who knows how what way this battle will go. Okay, so the artillery has now finally been brought into position and is bombarding the assaultmen right there. Also, these crossbowmen are being thrown in. I think they're trying to shoot something else and just being brought in to the fight, because this is kind of risky by them to commit these crossbows. These crossbows are the way for victory. Pikemen are also being brought into the fray as well, as the artillery rains down upon them. More and more crossbows coming in. Yeah, this is going to be a hard-fought fight indeed. The last quarter. This is kind of the final push for the Urukai and the forces of Sauron. More artillery about to come in. And yeah, these artillery shots are going to be really, really telling. There you go, the last general unit right there as well. Being brought into division. I imagine he's going to get focused down. And the berserkers as well. Yeah, this is the last push right here. The pikemen have been doing a great job, but I mean, look at that volley, man. That crossbow volley is, you know, after a couple of shots, is going to be killing so many of these Uruks. I just can't really see the attackers winning, but maybe there is hope. I mean, there's never any hope, just a fool's hope. Yeah, I feel like the crossbows have just got this battle on the wraps. The amount of kills they will be doing. Balance of power is still really even, though. Yeah, there you go. There's like one sapper left there. I guess he's just been forgotten about. The cavalry's going to go around and probably wrap up anything out here. Yeah, this is all that's left right now. A couple more artillery volleys. The general is now being brought in as well. Look how cool that looks as well. Forward! When they charge out of that formation uphill. And this is just such a brutal defense because you literally don't have anything to really break through this choke point without crossbow volley as well. What really, I think the best way to assault this fortress, obviously, you know, it helps in hindsight as well. It's probably the first time these guys played on it. But I think the best way to assault this fortress is break a hole into this wall, break a hole into this wall, bring a ladder or siege tower up, siege tower onto here, and then get your crossbows all over this wall. Actually, wait. Yeah. I think because there's no, I think this is the only way up right here. So I think that's probably the best way to assault it, because once you get to this point in the fortress, it's extremely hard to do anything, right? It's just one big choke point the archers can shoot down. If anything, the dwarven crossbows could probably get up here as well. Or maybe they can't because of this tower being destroyed. But yeah, just being able to get across, like getting your crossbows or archers up here just gives you basically the place to win, really, because you can just volley down and do so much more damage. The last infantry going in. Kind of astonished how this battle goes on for another 17 minutes because it looks like it's kind of over. But maybe the men of Rohan break. They don't really have a lot of men left, in all honesty. Maybe I'm giving the attackers just not enough credit because they really do only have crossbows left remaining. So maybe when, you know, maybe this infantry line will just break with artillery rounds like that. Oh, look how many kills that got as well. You know, maybe this is spelling the eye because, you know, once that's broken through, there's only a handful. Maybe the attackers still have a chance. I don't know. I guess it's going to depend whether or not they can hold. The general unit as well is just waiting. He needs to kind of get his ass in. We do also have a cavalry unit here. By the looks of it, these guys are stuck on the wall. Maybe destroying this messed them up or something. Because it looks like they are trying to move, but they're kind of stuck. So I hope this wasn't a desync issue. I don't think it was. I think they're just like glitched out on the wall. We're also getting a cavalry that's going to come around and hit these guys, which is going to be pretty big. Again, we're triple speed just for a little bit of it. Wait for the cavalry, because this cavalry is going to come... Is it? What's it up to? Yeah, the cavalry is going to come around and basically rear charge into the back of these crossbows. I mean, as I said, look at all of that. There's just so much ammunition left. It's so deadly. I wonder if this is if the Uruks can know that this is coming in. The artillery has basically used all its ammunition, so that's not too big. But yeah, look at that cavalry just come around the corner. The men of Rohan, Theoden stands alone no longer. And here they come. There's going to be a big indent as well into the formation. Not really the best charge just because of this was in the way. And the White Hand Stormers are going to come in, but yeah, still going to be able to stop these guys from shooting, allow the crossbows to kind of just deal with this. As you can see, the men of Rohan have nothing left there. Look at their infantry. But unfortunately, the attackers just don't have enough to really deal with it. And that's why I feel like maybe 1 or 2 less crossbows on the dwarves, maybe like 3 less crossbows on the dwarves, and this battle would have been anyone's game. The dwarves still have their spear guard left to really back this up, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's just a couple more, a few crossbows who, now they're really getting to play. They weren't really an issue too much over on this left-hand side, but yeah, they're still brutal. We still have 2 men up here. Oh, I think I know what's happening. I think this big unit, right? Oh, the Rohan general got slain there. Yeah, there you go. This unit randomly has 2 men over there when they should be on the wall, and that's what's bugging them out so much. That sucks a lot, but I messed up. We do actually have the spear guard coming in. I guess it's just going to be a fight to the death right now. The Rohan general has been slain, though. It's kind of an unfortunate charge for him that the White Hand Stormers managed to get back. The spear guard have pushed up as well. They'll be making their kind of stand. It's also amazing how well the men of Rohan have stayed around. Like, I feel like maybe their morale's a bit too high because, you know, they're down to 23 men and stuff. I know they're elite soldiers and all, but kind of feel like they should have routed by now, but maybe not. Again, we're going to have more charges. It seems like it's going to be the last stand here by the White Hand Stormers. Actually, maybe the battle goes on longer because they have to try and kill this infantry up here. And that's why the battle goes on longer. It probably makes the most sense. Maybe there's only 13 minutes left, but this has been an amazing battle. Really has been one of the better battles on the channel for sure in a while. So, yeah, I'd really appreciate it if you guys did enjoy. drop a like. And it's also like a 42-minute battle. We're pretty be an hour-long battle in the end with the bits I've cut out. So, yeah, you know, that's awesome. We don't get too many of them nowadays, you know, with the prominence of Warhammer battles. Yeah, but last stand of Uruks trying their best. We'll zoom in as well. I feel like we maybe haven't zoomed in as much. That looks cool as well. The artillery coming in. Oh my god. Look at the bodies. The piles. There's a few dwarfs up there. Men of Rohan, Uruks. That was one hell of an engagement. And they actually balanced this battle quite well. For all my complaining about the crossbows, this battle did play out pretty nicely. It had a really good flow to it. And as you can see, I didn't have to cut anything out. For normally for a 70-minute battle, which is how long this started, I have to cut out, you know, probably a good portion of the battle. But this flowed really nicely. It seemed like the balance was really well done there as well. So, yeah, you know, it was just an awesome battle. It really was. Yeah, the Isengard, yeah, I can't believe how well the crossbows have done, though, honestly. Done a pretty nice job. But yeah, it's going to be all she wrote, really, for them. I can't really see anything else doing great. It's just kind of the crossbows making their stand. To be fair, though, the dwarfs only have these crossbows left. Now, yeah, I guess it was a really well-balanced battle. I think the attackers kind of had a bit of a hard time just solely because of the amount of crossbows. But besides that, you know, if you replace these with a couple of units of infantry, and then I think we kind of still end up in the same sort of scenario. So, overall, really decent. And as I said, it's not like the dwarfs really have anything left now. They've used up all their ammunition on the Uruks, and they can just dive in and... you know, it's hand-to-hand. It's crossbow v crossbow, really, and it's whoever has the best crossbows. Balance power is in favor of the defenders, and I think they're going to clutch it. But look at number-wise, there's not really a lot left. Also, all these crossbows can still shoot as well, and I think that's what's going to, you know, look at the damage going down on them guys. If only these guys didn't glitch out, another unit of Uruk infantry could have played a big part, because it's not only that there's, like, what, 71 there, there's another whatever up there, but there's also, this is like 170-man unit right here, which is kind of glitched out and it's all the way over here. Oh, where has it gone now? It's up here. Yeah, so unfortunate. I think this maybe could have been the, could have been what they needed. I wonder if this guy dies as well, if they will sort themselves out and come off a wall. I don't know. Be interesting to see if they do. But yeah, it seems like Isengard tried their best, came extremely close to winning this battle, but unfortunately they just did not have the quality in the end to overwhelm the missiles of the defenders. GG, the battle is over. The defenders held and the attackers were repelled. What a great battle. That was really, really awesome. I know I've said that multiple times, but it really was fun. So massive thank you to all these guys who played in the battle. Keep these replays coming. Seven Kingdoms, Rise of Mordor, they're awesome. Warhammer as well. I'm always looking for more Warhammer replays. I don't get any, so it'd be amazing to start that up on the channel again. So if you guys have any, send them my way, or just anything. If you want to be a part of these battles, I'm sure these players would love more members as well. So let's look at the kills. So the Uruk-hai did really good. Like, honestly, broke through a lot of heavy infantry. This Uruk-hai infantry getting 200 kills, this one 200. All pretty good. Their crossbows doing decent in the end. The artillery used effectively to kill the towers, and the berserkers racking up some kills. Over on the other side, we can see that the dwarfs doing kind of nice. All their infantry doing great. And I think this was actually a big pot. They did ping so many crossbows, though. Look at that. That makes me feel physically sick, honestly. The amount of crossbows we see on the dwarfs right there. But again, it did hurt them in the end, but I think it also made them win in the end. You know, and not having, like, if these were all axe infantry, maybe it'd be a bit different. I think they would have got slaughtered, but because they were all spears, it kind of balanced out a little bit. But yeah, this is maybe a bit too much. There's normally we play these battles with, like, if there's 2 people on the defenders, max 4 or 3. Depending, like max 6 in total. That's just kind of crazy, especially because Rohan also brought these. Oh, awesome! There's now unit cards for Rohan. That's amazing. Yeah, the modder for Rohan has been doing some good work, and it's kind of cool to see him now getting some good thumbnails and stuff now for these guys. Hopefully they'll make their way into the main mod as well, because I feel like they're pretty good as is right now. And yeah, again, a lot of the Rohirrim, they kind of struggled, but it kind of makes sense. You know, Rohan isn't supposed to be this faction that gets stuck in on the ground. They're supposed to be using their cavalry to pierce through gaps and do a lot of damage. And obviously getting 500 kills on this Axeman unit is amazing. So yeah, massive GG. Make sure to drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.